talk about is safety. You must be safe. But the shooting disciplines are a lot of fun. There's 3 shotguns: trap, ski, and 5-standing. And then in pistol and rifle, you have buffalo shooters that shoot old-time single-shot black powder rifles, 45-70 primarily. They use both metal targets and paper targets. The rifle also adds in 22 matches where they shoot 22 silhouettes and small targets, but they're all metal targets. And sometimes they have a military match where you can shoot AR-15s at basically at paper target. Another event also, which is 3-gun, it's shot on the 5th Sunday of the month. And as it says, it uses 3 guns. It uses AR-15 type rifles, tactical shotguns, and tactical pistols. There's a lot of movement involved in that, and metal targets, paper targets. It's an action event, and just a fun shooting event. And the other disciplines are IDPA. Is usually shot on the 2nd Sunday of the month. It's an action pistol shoot. It's primarily for carry type pistols. There are different scenarios where there's a lot of paper targets, metal targets, and there's always a scenario that you go through to shoot. There's a lot of movement. You shoot metal moving targets also. We also shoot PCC, which is pistol caliber carbine. That's a new sport that's come about, and it's basically an AR-15 type rifle in 9mm caliber. And we shoot lots of metal targets, also paper targets, moving targets. It's an action event. You do a lot of movement, and it's a real fun event. CPSL is the 3rd Sundays of the month, and it's the oldest shooting tactical organization in South Carolina. It goes back to 1978. And it's similar to IDPA, except sometimes they'll throw in a rifle as well as a pistol in the match, where IDPA is just a pistol match and PCC. But IDPA and CPSL have a lot in common, but CPSL has more opportunities to do other things. Sometimes they even add a shotgun into the match. And it's on the 3rd Sunday, and then on the 4th Sunday is Cowboy. Cowboy is a sport that goes back into the old days where you use a pair of single-action revolvers and a lever-action rifle in pistol caliber, and a shotgun, either a double barrel or 1897 pump shotgun or an 1887 lever-action shotgun. They dress period correct. They shoot all metal targets. Fun shooting sport. So those are the basic opportunities, and as you look through the video, you'll see action events, films of the action events. And that's in the video. We hope you enjoy the video. Thank you.
Can shoot. You need a 12-gauge shotgun. Generally, everybody starts with a field gun because that's what they have in the closet. And before long, if you're interested in trap, then you need to get a trap gun because the targets are constantly rising as they go out. So you want a shotgun that shoots above your point of view where you're looking, because you never want to have to cover your target up, because if you do, you lose sight of it and it's more difficult to break. So The other thing I should tell you about the trap machine is that it's constantly moving in there. You never know where the target's coming out. It has what they call an interrupter, and you may get one that's completely right hand, and the next guy beside you will get a complete left hand, or somewhere in between. So it's a lot of fun as opposed to skeet. You know where the target's going to be every time. This place, you never know where it's going to be, except within those 45 degrees on either side of the center line.
I started out in a skeet league in Colorado where the guys needed a fifth. And I shot 4 targets around, but you got 80% of your misses. So it was better for me to get 4 targets around than to, so we won the league.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that was about 15 years ago. This part of the sport is a game that you have a semicircle and you have 25 targets, and the first miss is an option. Your goal is to hit 2 at low 8. It's a great sport. We encourage everybody to come out and try it. It's wonderful. Women are good at it because they have a good feel for it. You know, they have no conceived notions. And as guys have been hunting, they've been out, they think they know how to shoot, whereas women come in and they don't have that, and so, in most cases, and so they're very teachable. And so we would encourage anybody to come out and try it. And we're all a group of people that are willing to help.
That's great.
And we love newcomers.
Two games down here. One is the standard 5-stand game, which is shot from the shooting cages, and a game called random, which I moved out to the buckets. The difference between the two of them, shooting from the 5-stand cages, the shooters know which targets are coming, because each trap is numbered. Moving out to the random game, same machine, same targets, except when they yell pull, they don't know which ones they're getting. And some of the bird shooters like that because the birds out in the woods don't hold up numbers. And that tends to be the more popular of the two games.
is the International Defensive Pistol Association, whose rules are found on the same website. They offer various classes for pistol, 2 different revolvers, 3 different semi-automatic pistols, and also offer a carbine class. Here at Greenville Gun Club, we're currently doing the IDPA match on the second Sunday of odd-numbered months. All new shooters are welcome to come out and try their hand at it. They'll always be welcome. We currently shoot 4 to 6 stages.
Greenville Gun Club, we started PCC. We call it Wildcat PCC. So we're not under the jurisdiction of a national organization, and we shoot out here on every odd-numbered month, like 2, 4, 6, and on the second Sunday. And PCC, a lot of people ask me, well, you know, like, what is a PCC? I said, well, it's a pistol caliber carbine. And they say, well, usually they don't quite get it if they're not familiar with them. Like, why would somebody do that? And I tell them, just think for a minute. When you were 10, 12 years old, and you had your daddy's automatic 22, and you go out and you set a bunch of cans up and you just empty the magazine on as fast as you can, whether you hit anything or not. That's PCC. That's what we do. We're just 12 years old again, and we're out here shooting. Instead of 22 caliber, they're centerfire, 9mm, 40, 45, and I think a few companies make a 10mm, but just about everybody shoots 9mm because of cost. Cheapest thing you can pull a trigger on, just about. And we just have a great time. You shoot 5 or 6 stages. Round count per stage is typically between 30 and 40 something.
It was a lot of fun.
2169. Welcome back.
universal pistol that was designed basically by Jeff Cooper back in the 50s and 60s to teach people common pistol techniques. It's called the technique of the pistol. He developed it, modern shooting technique they call it, and it's a good experience. It teaches you to basically be one with your handgun. You learn whether your equipment works. You learn whether your ammo works. You learn whether you work with it or not. So, and it's a good experience. It's a lot of fun. You bring your friends out. It's a great time. Plus, you learn something too. You learn to do stuff shooting weak-handed, shooting strong-handed, shooting prone, shooting under stuff, shooting from odd positions, and sometimes we don't have them today, but we incorporate moving targets, which creates a little bit of pressure on you to get it done before the target's gone.
So like about 3 gun, I mean, you get to use all the different types of guns, the rifle, pistol, and shotgun. So you get a whole good mix of all of them. There's all kinds of different scenarios and stuff that they have to do. So it makes it a lot of fun and challenging. That's part of it.
action shooting is a sport where you get to turn back the clock and pretend like you're in the 19th century. So if you grew up watching John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, or even if you're a little older, Roy Rogers, you could just live out your childhood.
Okay. I've been doing cowboy action for about 10 years now. My husband got me into it, drug me into it, and I've loved it ever since, especially getting to dress up, have fun, and everybody works so well together. Just love it.
Fun, but I started in the costume category, B-Western, and now I shoot gunfighter, lady gunfighter, and that's been a blast. It's made me a better shooter because I didn't think I could shoot with my left hand, but it's made me a better shooter, and it's just a really just kicking fun time way to shoot.
Real guns and real ammunition. So we dress in, not necessarily, it's not a historical reenactment, so nobody's going to check to see if your buttons are the proper type of shell, but we dress, generally in the Old West style, which you can do on a shoestring, or some of these folks you can see have chaps, spurs, whatever. So as far as you want to take the costuming, you can. Some people enjoy the costuming a lot, some people are more into the shooting. There's different styles of shooting you can enjoy. We have people that shoot black powder, which as far as historical accuracy goes, that's really what they did in the Old West. And with that, you get the big boom and cloud of smoke. So that's just a lot of fun to watch. So a lot of different ways to play the game. We have people of all ages and all skill levels, and we're all grouped in together, and everybody pitches in. One of the things about the game is there's a lot of volunteer labor that's required to make the match run. So everybody's expected to pitch in with what we call posse chores. And the working together helps build the camaraderie, which is the greatest part of the sport, because from the most greenest greenhorn, and we have one of those here today, to world champions, they all help and they'll all help each other, and that's what makes the sport great.
Awesome. Thank you.